Hey, this is Mark at Motor City Nightmares 2021. I'm here with Courtney Gains. You might recognize this guy. He's been in all these cool movies like Children of the Corn, Back to the Future, and The Burbs. Tell me, how did you get started in acting?
Well, I got the bug at like 10 years old the first time I did a play, and I hit the boards, and I just knew that was what I wanted to do with my life. My first big break was Children of the Corn. I started studying with this guy named Virgil Fry when I was about 13. He was a professional actor, and he really taught me the craft and became a manager and broke me into the business.
What director you've worked with in the past that you found that you love the best?
Yeah, I hate when people ask specifically, like, what's the one director you loved, or what's the best role? It's hard to say that, but one of the people I enjoyed a lot was a director in Memphis Belle. I like because he was
Michael Caton Jones.
Thank you, Michael Caton Jones. It's because he was Scottish, and you knew just by the way he said "cut" whether he liked to take or not. It'd be like if he didn't like it, he'd be like "cut," you know. And if it was good, he'd be like "cut." You know, I liked that he knew exactly where he stood at all times. If he didn't like it, he'd be, "Come on, guys, you can do better than that. Come on." You know, I love that. I love be real with you, be honest, say what you want. You know, but I mean, I've worked with other talented, maybe a lot crazier people like Dennis Hopper, but talented as hell, right? So,
when you worked on Back to the Future, did you work on any of the parts where Eric Stoltz was in?
I think I did. The first day where I'm kicking him down the hall, I think that Marty and with the doc, they're off on the side watching the whole thing, right? I think Eric Stoltz worked that day because what happened was, after he got fired, they had to keep me on payroll because I had already worked and been let go once before, and after that they can't do that again. So while they were reshooting, they forgot about me, and I got paid for like 5 weeks for a job that I was supposed to work like 3 days. So it was it's still the biggest financial blessing because the residuals that you get for Back to the Future still plays on TV all the time. So it's been a total blessing.
Getting back to Children of the Corn, do you keep in contact with any of the actors you worked with in that movie?
In general, I'm pretty bad at it, but John Franklin and I, because it was both our first film and have it be that movie, and we do conventions and things, we've always kept in touch. So he's out of everybody, he's the one.
What was your favorite character to play in movies?
Yeah, see, you did it again. What's the one character? Pick your favorite child.
Obviously, your most famous is Malachi.
Yeah, that's for sure. Children of the Corn character, Malachi, probably the most famous. But, some of them have been television. I did a Diagnosis Murder where I was a guy who was pretending to be paralyzed on the left side, he is paralyzed on the left side, pretending to have cerebral palsy on the other. I had a week to prepare that and pulled that off. I did a Criminal Minds a few years back that was very, very challenging. Homeless guy, PTSD, all these interesting things. So it's not always the films that sometimes give you the juiciest characters. Even My Name is Earl, that was a great role.
What were some of your memories working on the set of The Burbs?
Well, number one thing that stands out was that we were doing it during the writer's strike, so it was us and Fletch 2 were the only movies on the entire Universal lot, and then we shot nights, so basically it was mainly just us. So that was kind of weird. It was like a ghost town, And then, the challenging thing was everywhere I looked, I'm supposed to be this, stranger from a strange land. Everywhere I look are like people I grew up watching, you know what I mean? I was a big Bruce Stern fan. Obviously Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher. So I had to keep shaking that off. Like, I don't know these people. I don't know Henry Gibson. I didn't see him as a child, watching him on Laugh-In or the Blues Brothers, That was the challenge.
What do you have coming down the pipeline?
Actually, a bunch of things. One is a movie called Queen Bees that I just have a cameo in, but I got to work with Jane Curtin, Loretta Devine, Anne Margaret, and Ellen Bernstein in a scene. So I wasn't passing that up, so I had a ball doing that. Another movie just got released called River. It's a psychological sci-fi project. A horror movie called Await the Dawn just came out on Amazon Prime.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Courtney.
All right, thank you.
And this is Mark at the Motor City Nightmares.